Hi, Junior League of Charlotte members. It's Trisha McGee, your president, and I am with a woman who needs no introduction, although if you've heard her self-introduction of herself and heard her story, you will be amazed because she's one of the most inspiring women in our organization. Your president-elect, Charlita Hatch.
Chatty Charlita from Charlotte. Hi, you guys.
So it is March. We are almost to the finish line of the Junior League year. I am glad that you're joining us for this virtual GMM so you can make sure to snag those last credits for your membership meetings points. And today you've got a full agenda that really is aimed to show you that your membership matters. And one thing you'll notice today is that you'll see a variety of leaders, especially our incoming leaders. So Charlita will take the gavel at our May GMM meeting, and June 1st, she will be your president of the Junior League. So you'll also hear from not only your current executive vice president, Beth Beckold, but your incoming, and as of June 1st, the executive vice president, Jamie Mills. So we're just really excited to kick off this transition season while you also get in those last little membership credits with this GMM. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Hi, Junior League of Charlotte members. We're here to talk to you about the strategic plan for the Junior League. So first question is, did you know we had a strategic plan? We do, and we have had it all year. And just to bring you up to speed, last year, for the year 18-19, the board of directors had a strategic planning committee that worked with an outside consultant to do a lot of research, to facilitate a lot of conversations, and to gather input from member surveys we've had for years and different focus groups to develop a new strategic plan. So we did research, we worked with a consultant, focus groups. We had a whole strategic planning day where we brought together about 35 different leaders for a guided conversation with our consultant to narrow down what was to become our strategic plan. So that's the background. And then this year, the board has spent some time prioritizing the strategic plan and defining some of those terms, and we're going to tell you a little bit about that today.
Yes. Hi, everybody. I'm Charlita Hatch, and I'm your president-elect, and I am so excited to share with you the details in the strategic plan. But before I tell you the details, I want to make sure you know that you can go to the Junior League website under resources and actually read the strategic plan because it's such great reading material. So there are 4 main goals of the strategic plan. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And thanks to our wonderful creative president, we have dubbed them the 4 M's. Sorry, what part are we on?
We are starting with membership.
All right, but I'm going through the whole strategic plan thing again, or
no?
Okay, these are going to be bloopers, outtakes, presidents. They are just like you. All right, so when you think about the strategic plan, there are 4 main goals. And thanks to our creative president, we actually have dubbed them the 4 M's so we can all remember them. Maybe it just helps me, but it works. Membership, marketing, impact, and money. So each of those, again, M's are the goals for the strategic plan. Our first M is membership. Trisha, would you like to share?
Sure. So membership is what the goal is for our organization to have in terms of you, our volunteers. And what our #1 goal is that our members are impactful and mission-oriented community and civic volunteers. And this includes things like membership engagement, diversity and inclusion, some of those things. So membership is all about our members.
Awesome.
And then the second goal is marketing. And so Charlita, tell us a little bit about marketing.
So this goal is specifically designed to make sure that the Junior League is viewed and is a leading brand for training women in our community. And so we're going to do that in a variety of ways, including making sure that our marketing efforts, our partnerships, and how we are portrayed externally as well as internally reflects the Junior League as a training organization. And while doing that, we're constantly assessing, surveying, and researching to make sure that we're on the cutting edge of being viewed as a training resource for women.
Love it. And then goal number 3, and this was a little bit of a stretch with the M, so it's impact. We know that starts with an I, but impact refers to our community work with our community partners and the impact we have in the community. Charlita, can you help us understand this goal?
Yes. So the impact, so capital M, is really related to how we show up in the community, specifically as it relates to our focus area, which is from school readiness from birth to 5th grade and our priority zip codes as defined by the Mecklenburg County Health Department. And so in order to achieve that goal, we are conducting a needs assessment, and that was done last year and really wrapped up this year to really focus on how are we going to make an impact as it relates to school readiness and those zip codes. We're also focusing on narrowing our community partners and how are we more strategic, how is the community partner viewing the Junior League as a key resource in order to further their mission as we further ours. And then lastly, evaluating along the way to make sure that while we're focused in this area and really pushing this strategic plan priority, that it's still relevant to the community and we're making the impact that we want to make. And lastly, my favorite goal, well, not a favorite, they're all my favorites, but you'll see why, is the money goal. So Trisha, tell us about goal number 4.
So goal number 4 is really tied to, as Charlita said, the money and making sure that we continue to have a financially sound and sustainable organization. I invite you to learn more about our financial stability and the many different accounts we have, including our foundation that supports this organization. And we are fortunate to have those assets. But we also want to make sure we're looking ahead and planning ahead. And so some of the goals in the money goal include, or some of the objectives in the money goal include making sure that we're not solely reliant on our members for the financial support of the organization, and really pushing the contacts and the networks out there to solicit support from our community and not just our members. And we want to do this in a strategic way to make sure that we are capturing not just existing but former members as well who know the value of the Junior League and want to support us from a financial perspective. So those are the 4 M's.
And for our listening audience out there, what are the 4 M's? We'll give you a moment to say it with us. Membership, marketing, impact, money. You got it.
All right, so those are the 4 goals. And again, Charlita referenced the website, which has this beautiful one-pager if you want to dive a little bit deeper, if this stuff really excites you. And this year, the board has spent time, since last year the board developed the strategic plan. This is the first year implementing it. The board really has focused on identifying some top priorities. And we identified those priorities early back in June. It will come as no surprise that those priorities dealt with membership engagement, membership experience, and diversity and inclusion. All 3 of those objectives fall under goal number 1, which is
membership.
And so we have spent some time defining some of those terms in terms of engagement and what an engaged member looks like. And again, the board looked back at different data points that we had collected over the years and came up with a couple different kind of markers to define what is an engaged member. And these are divided by whether you're a provisional, whether you're an active, or whether you're a sustainer. I know for myself as an active, my engagement is going to be different than a provisional because the things that I'm included on are different than provisionals. And similarly, sustainers, different engagement points there. We really just, so at a high level, and we will provide this information to you too, it looked at whether our members are paying their obligations timely, whether they are attending events, whether they are aware of the philanthropic work we do in the Junior League, whether they know our mission, and whether they have an elevator pitch. And I invite you to look back at September's GMMs if you want a refresher on the elevator pitch, whether the member feels valued, whether you self-identify as being engaged and satisfied. And then finally, whether you communicate with us. Do you read the communications that we send out, and do you communicate with other leaders and your advisors? So that's kind of a high-level view of what an engaged member looks like. So Charlita, I know you are already looking ahead and have done some great work preparing for the next league year, the 2021, or in case you haven't heard yet, the 95th anniversary of the Junior League. So tell us a little bit about how the board is going to continue and expand on these priorities for next year.
So I think the beauty of the strategic plan is that it is a constantly living and evolving document. So in addition to building on the great work that the 2019-2020 board has done, the 2020-2021 board will continue that work and continue to enhance the recruitment and engagement process. So really embracing the engaged member model and how we have defined that, and really making sure that we're building a membership experience that aligns with that. We're also going to really bunker down on training. So training has been robust over the last couple of years. We want to make sure that continues to evolve and grow with today's modern woman. And so we'll be partnering very closely with the training and development teams. And then lastly, as we have talked about earlier, as it related to strategic plan impact, we've assessed the needs. We're focusing on narrowing down those nonprofits, and now we need to start evaluating to make sure that the decisions that we're making are actually effective and will get us to where we would like to be able to say we want to be in year 5. So that's our focus. So in short, because that was a long-winded way of saying it, in short, we want to focus, continue to focus on recruitment and engagement, training and developing our members, and making sure that the impact that we want to make in the community is actually happening.
Awesome. Okay, so they say if you hear something 3 times that you'll absolutely remember it. So final refresher, the 4 M's.
Membership, marketing, impact, and money.
Thank y'all.
Hello, Junior League of Charlotte. My name is Jamie Mills. I'm your Executive Vice President-elect. I'm here today to talk about a new program that I'm very excited about. For the last several months, the Placement Matching Task Force and I have worked very hard to develop an enhancement to go along with the placement tool. This member-centric tool allows you, the member, to input your preferences about your placement. Are you available only to volunteer in the evenings? Make that selection. Are you available only for the fall? Would you rather have a concentrated spring placement? There's a selection for that. Would you like to work directly with a community partner? Choose direct service. Do you have a skill that could really help you shine in the Junior League? Do you have a skill you're interested in developing through your placement this year? This tool also allows for you to choose certain competencies and skills that you'd like to use in your placement this year. Based on your input, the placement matching tool will generate 3 to 5 suggested placements for you. You may then go over to the placement catalog to get more information about those placements. You may use the placement tool as many times as you'd like, using different preferences. Remember, these suggestions are only suggestions for placements based on the input you've put into the tool. You must still enter your top 3 preferences for placement the way you always have. At this time, the tool is for committee members only. Leaders will still be selected using slate and the willingness to serve processes. This placement matching tool will be available soon. The placement team is working hard right now to update the placement catalog. I can't wait to hear your feedback about this enhancement. Thank you for your time.
You're probably wondering, how do I earn GMM credit for this meeting? Well, I'm glad you asked. After you finish watching the video, please click on the link in the description of the YouTube video to fill out a survey. This survey will also be sent out as an email as a reminder to complete it. At the end of that survey, you'll be prompted to click on another link that will take you to Digital Cheetah, and there you will fill out a form that you will submit for credit. On this form, please be sure to include your name as it appears in Digital Cheetah, one thing that you learned from the GMM, and the hashtag that we will share at the closing video. Looking forward to virtually connecting with everyone. Okay, thank you for being here today. If you can just give us your name, your current league status, and your current placement.
My name is Betty Wicker. My league status is first year active, and my placement this year is vice chair of Get On Board.
Okay, great. Just tell us one fun fact about you that either people know or don't know.
One fun fact, I have several, but I am a Christmas fanatic. I started looking at Hallmark movies in July. In fact, I'm still looking at them now because Hallmark is still having Christmas movies. And I don't care how long I've seen them, I will look at them again because it gives me that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Great. What made you decide to join the Junior League?
Well, I had been in Charlotte for probably a couple of years, and wherever I go, I like to be invested in my community. I like to give back. And one of my friends was a part of Junior League, and she said, this is an organization for you. You like to connect with people from all different parts of the city, those who are movers and shakers. The league is for you. So that is why I joined.
All right. What has been the highlight of your time so far with the Junior League of Charlotte?
The highlight of my time is being vice chair of Get On Board. I've served on several nonprofits, and to be able to give back to that program, I'm really enjoying that.
And the last question, what do you want your legacy to be in the league?
I want my legacy to be that Betty Wicker is one that takes on challenges and gives back and gives all of herself to everything she does.
All right, thank you for being here today. If you can please just tell us your name, your league status, and what your current placement is.
Okay. My name is Marshaé Smith, and this is my first active year with the Junior League of Charlotte, and I am currently placed as the Investments Liaison on the Finance Committee.
All right. Can you please tell us one fun fact about you that either people know or they don't know?
A fun fact, that's always such a tough question. I would say my fun fact is I've been an entrepreneur since I graduated from college. It's not always fun, but I think it's a cool thing to be an entrepreneur at such a young age and to come straight out of college and to be someone who's working full-time for themselves. So I would say that that is my fun fact.
All right, and why did you decide to join the Junior League?
I joined the Junior League because when I moved up here, I didn't know anyone. I really left mama and daddy, and I'm like, I'm moving to Charlotte. I don't care if anyone comes with me, I'm going. So when I came here, I didn't know anyone. And also with me being an entrepreneur, I work from home, so I don't have colleagues or people to connect with. So my network was very, very small. Like I literally knew one person. So I joined the Junior League to connect with like-minded women and to also begin to make an impact in my new home city. So, and it's been great ever since then.
Great. What has been the highlight of your time in the Junior League of Charlotte?
The highlight of my time has really just been like seeing all of the women and seeing how amazing they are, how focused they are. Every day when I go into our Facebook group, I'm inspired by someone. Someone's doing something amazing to make an impact for a great cause. So it just feels great to be surrounded by so much love, so much inspiration and positivity. So that's something that I really appreciate being able to have access to and also just to see on a daily basis.
And the last question, what do you want your legacy to be in the league?
I would like my legacy to be someone who just went for it, like didn't have all the answers, didn't know how things worked, but they still showed up and said, yes, I'll do it, I'll try, and I'll figure it out. So I would say that in summary, that's how I've been so far, and that's the legacy that I like to leave, someone who just said, sure, I'll try.
I'm Beth Beckhold, Executive Vice President.
And I'm Jamie Mills, Executive Vice President-elect.
In our roles, we have the honors of leading management team and the daily operations of the work of the Junior League. Today, we would like to honor some really awesome rock stars, starting with thanking the management team.
And also, we'd like to make a special shout out to Juliana, Caitlin, Morgan, Laura, Tracey,
Hillary, Anne Marie, Jazzmine, Walker, Marshaé, DaQuita,
Khrystyne, Kelli, Frajovon, Betty, Lauren, Megan, Tammy, and Sarah Lynn.
and Anna and Briana as well. Thank you all for your hard work this year.
Thank you.
One of the great things about being a member of the Junior League is membership engagement opportunities. You have access to a large number of resources that allow you to network, share ideas, volunteer, and learn new skills. We only have a few months left in this league year, but we still have plenty of exciting events coming up for you to be a part of. First up is the Placement Fair. The Placement Fair is a great way for members to familiarize themselves with the 2021 placements. It'll showcase both community placements and internal placements. It'll be on Saturday, March 28th from 9 to 11 a.m. at the JLC building. Also, we just approved 5 new placements that will be available for sign-up. The Thompson Child and Family Focus is an agency that strives to change the lives of at-risk children and families through therapy-based care. As part of this placement, members will plan quarterly events for the children, including Friendsgiving and a father-daughter dance. Parent Child Plus envisions a world where every child enters school ready to succeed because every parent has the knowledge, skills, and resources to build school readiness where it starts, the home. With this placement, JLC volunteers will serve by working with children through literacy programs and introduction to computer skills, and working with parents to help them understand financial literacy. They'll also be supporting the overall program and modeling of playing together, talking together, and increasing the bond between parents and children. Classroom Central equips students in need to effectively learn by collecting and distributing free school supplies to their teachers. Classroom Central has a free store and mobile store where teachers and other school personnel from eligible schools shop for free supplies throughout the academic year. The members will serve by volunteering at this free and mobile store, assisting during special events throughout the year, and supporting the learning library by cleaning, organizing, and prepping for new kits to put into inventory or rotation. Bright Blessings' mission is to bring joy, care, and hope to homeless and impoverished children by mobilizing community volunteers of all ages. There are 4 main programs: Bless a Birthday, Bless a Baby, Gift of Literacy, and Gift of Care. Members will serve by assisting with special events at the homeless shelter, such as a birthday party, packing gift bags and literacy kits to support various programs, and assisting with deliveries of items. Renaissance West Community Initiative uses a holistic community redevelopment approach focusing on multiple critical factors, including mixed income housing, educational opportunities, youth and adult development programs, health and wellness services, and commercial investment. Their goal is to break the cycle of intergenerational poverty needs by starting early in life by providing high-quality educational options for everyone, regardless of income. Volunteers will serve through a multitude of projects that focus on the child, family, and neighbor. In case you didn't already know, the Junior League is a training organization, and one of our best trainings is Lead Saturday. Lead Saturday launches the Superhero Training Academy on April 25th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Renaissance West STEAM Academy. All 2021 superheroes, both veteran and new leaders, are asked to report for training camp. If you have any questions whatsoever, please contact Sydney and Amelia. Blue Table Talks is back with some new episodes. Let's check it out. Zoom in from the comfort of your home for our Saturday series, Blue Table Talks. Are you a woman that is constantly having to answer questions about your choices in life? It can create undue pressure and even self-doubt. Join us to talk to real women that have experienced it or on the other side, living their best life. Then we have Water Cooler Chat. Have you ever been privy to a comfortable conversation between coworkers where you see them in a different light? We often mask who we are in the workplace for the sake of being professional, often deterring authenticity. This chat will reveal real experiences that can lead to roadblocks in understanding diversity and creating inclusion. Join us to learn more about the impact of unconscious bias, microaggressions, and how they can easily creep into your break room. These Blue Table Talks will be available for registration on Digital Cheetah today. So sign up! Oh, and you'll want to sign up pretty quickly. They're filling up fast. The April training is led by Jen Band, founder and executive director of Playing for Others and TED Talk speaker. You will participate in the Leadership Compass exercise and walk away with concrete examples, a toolbox, and expanded knowledge to lead effectively and authentically. The May training will be on the 5th of May. We'll do a deep dive into the exploration of diversity and inclusion, examining the concept as a business imperative. Joined by facilitators from Race Matters for Juvenile Justice Speakers Bureau, we'll have the opportunity to open our eyes to our own perceptions of people, ourselves, and how we interact with individuals in professional and social settings. Finally, we need volunteers. The DigiBridge team needs additional coverage to help fulfill our STEAM Saturdays commitment at Idlewild Elementary School this year. Serving with us is easy and pretty fun. You don't need to be good at it or even like science, and you don't need a teaching background either. All you have to do is sign up at the link listed and make sure you have a current CMS background check, which only takes about 5 minutes. Then we'll see you on Saturday mornings from 8:30 to 10:45 at Idlewild Elementary. Hope to see you there.
Welcome to the Junior League of Charlotte's 95th anniversary celebration. Let's get ready to party, have some fun, impact the community, and connect with each other. I am Charlita Hatch. I am your president-elect, and I have also led the 95th anniversary task force alongside Jessica Walker. We are so excited to present to you the findings from this board subcommittee, where 14 women across the league, ranging from women that have been in the league for almost 40 years to new active members, really have sat down to design what we believe will be a unique and fun experience as we celebrate the 95th. The first thing I want to share with you about that, though, is that our goal is to really prime all of our members in the community that the 95th is really anchoring us to see the 100th. And being a part of a centennial celebration and organization is an experience that you will not forget. This is a moment in history as we kick off 95 and see to 100. This moment in history, people will ask you about 50 years from now, what was the Junior League like when it turned 100? And you'll get to be a part of it. So my challenge to each of you is to really figure out how your committees and your teams are really going to embrace the 95th. How will you celebrate this? Our goal is that this is an organization-wide celebration that's not really hinged upon one event, but really reflected on our history and our impact to our members in our community over the last 95 years and setting us up for the future as we look to see beyond. So I hope that you'll be able to do that collectively with us. However, we have had an opportunity to assess different ways that we can engage and celebrate for the 95th. And so I do want to share a little bit with you about that. So first we'll talk about our general membership meetings. And our approach was, at some point, whether you are a provisional, active, transfer, or a sustainer, you are choosing to opt in to at least one general membership meeting throughout the year. And so each meeting will have some type of celebration that we're looking to do to touch each and every one of you. So for example, in September, we are looking to really reflect on the Junior League's past, honor our past presidents, honor our historical community partners, and really think about the impact that we have made in the community and that we get to be a part of, right? And so when you think about what we've done over the last 95 years, it is our hope that this meeting makes you a little more proud. Sit up a little taller as you think about being a member of this organization. We're then going to really start living out our mission all together at once as we move into our November general membership meeting, where we will ask each of our members to engage 95 hours of continuous service. Throughout the organization for 24 hours straight over the course of 4 days, we're going to have volunteer opportunities, and we're going to be looking for each of you to find a way to plug in, whether that's at noon, where you stop by the building, or even organize at your jobs making sandwiches for a shelter, or it could be reading to kids, or potentially even donating books at 3 a.m. from your house. So more to come on that. If you have any suggestions of different opportunities, please feel free to send them directly to me, and I'll get them to the right team. In January, we're going to be thinking about how do we design the Junior League of the future? How do we open up who we are, how we show up to the community, to our current members, our former members, our community partners, and our key city officials, so that we can really make sure that we're positioning ourselves to be relevant as we think about the future 50 years from now. In March, we really want to partner with the Little Black Dress Committee. And so more details will come on how we're going to do that, but you will definitely want to stay tuned because it'll be really cool as we think about how we show up as a general membership during the Little Black Dress. And lastly, our final meeting of the year is slated to be a celebratory brunch that will have a ticketed brunch option as well as just an option to come to the meeting. So stay tuned for those details. And lastly, we have a team that will be working on a cocktail party that's slated to be at some point in February, intentionally designed to be away from the holidays and other community organization fundraising events that seem to happen towards the end of the year. Something in the early winter, but not too risky, that people would be able to come to and bring their friends and non-junior league members to really kick off and celebrate or culminate our 95th. And so throughout the year, there will be different events, mainly around the general membership meetings and the cocktail party, but we will have communications where we'll be educating on how we've even done our fundraisers over the last 95 years, what our community projects have evolved in, how women have evolved. And so if you have any insights, again, or any suggestions, we are still shaping and designing. My final ask to you is choose to be a part of the 95th. Choose to anchor in the 95th and see us through the 100th. We need each of our members' voices, talents, and ideas in order to continue to make this organization relevant and a place where members want to come. Remember, we get to be a part of this. I get to partner with you, I get to work with you, and I choose to do that each and every day. I hope you will choose to continue to be on the 95th celebratory team by way of signing your dues, paying your dues, and signing up for your placement and figuring out how you can support this organization. I hope you have a wonderful rest for a virtual meeting. And as always, if you have any questions or need anything, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.
Well, that's it for our virtual GMM. Thanks everyone for joining. And remember, #your membership matters. Thanks.